I got something over here. That was like almost 400k damage with Human Torch. Insane. Alright, Crimson campaign is finally back after having almost more than 2 weeks of Game of Khonshu. Now we're back to Crimson campaign. Make sure to do this as high as you can so that you can earn the rewards over here, and also in the shop. This is what's important to talk about today, is to save your gems so that you can buy this legendary gear or artifact. So this one, the wearer gains 1 stack of Crimson Mark after they use a skill up to 3 stacks. And what does Crimson Mark do? Consumes all stacks, and the wearer heals 12% of max HP for every consumed stack after they use ultimate move. So this is also a really good one. Like, we had an attacking one with Game of Khonshu, the Darkhold, and then now here we have something to heal ourselves up, and it's good for our supporters. That's why this should be your top choice. First priority when you get all the gems, and then after that you can go for the Dream Core so that you can upgrade your like all your skills to the final max level 7, because you need one of them for each of the skills. And then also strike out. This highlight is also useful. The wearer's attack increases by 16% when an enemy adjacent to the wearer is defeated. The wearer recovers 5%, so it's also kind of like in mid attacking and also healing as well. And this is also useful, but this will be like the last choice in my opinion, but then you do whatever you want to do. And then make sure to finish all the the steps as high as you can, again, because you're gonna get these crimson caskets over here available for you to get them. You have to use these ore powers so that you can get these crimson caskets, and then you have a chance to get a rare artifact over here. And you can check all the artifacts and the stats, the passives that they have, and I'm gonna talk about that in a separate video. And as you can see, I already have this one, the sword, which I actually got from Game of Khonshu, doing the same thing over there and getting a rare artifact from Game of Khonshu. So there's a higher probability when you do want to get a legendary artifact from this type of events, other than just doing the the challenge of what was the name, Fable Finds over here. There's also a possibility over here to get the rare artifacts, but that will it's a little harder. Like, the possibility over here is super lower than the Crimson campaign or any other events that we have. So that's something that you need to consider, and make sure to do this so that you can get the most out of it for the remaining time, which is going to be 3 weeks, and that's a lot of time. Now let's jump into the last stage and battle. Like, let's do one over here. What I've tried is that I actually need a defender. Obviously I'm gonna do a supporter and also an attacker. So these are units that most of us already have. Instead of your supporter Emma Frost, you can also use obviously Invisible Woman if you have, Doctor Strange, or maybe even him, like the Sleepwalker if you have. But just go for whatever is your best characters. And it's not, I know team is important obviously, but whatever. And you can also check the boss and the enemies over here as well. But other than that, it depends on the cards that they show up over here and the cards that you choose. So if you lose the first round, don't get disappointed, just try to do it one more time. And then based on the cards that you have, is also by luck again, then you can obviously win the match, and based on the buffs that you have over here. So this goes without saying. The purple one would be mythic, and these are the basic ones, and then we have a yellow golden one later on, which will be the legendary one, and they are way better. But again, depends on all the things over here. So read them. Heroes of Shield take 20% less damage. So this is only good for Sentry, because Sentry has the shield, like based on the team that you have. So I can show you my team anymore. I had Sentry, Emma Frost, and Human Torch. Heroes recover 1 mana after every 6 basic attacks, so this is good. Obviously, you can recover more mana to attack more, and then when a hero loses a shield, they deal 150% of their attack as damage to a random enemy, which is again good because your defender has shield and obviously takes all the damage, and then if he loses the shield, then he can get an insane buff. So I'm gonna use this one, and then we'll move forward to do every stage of this battle. Alright, so this is my team, and let's see how it goes. So obviously you want to buff up as much as you can, and based on your characters. So I have the shield over here now. Let's see if when I lose the shield, what happens. So you want to have a healer for sure all the time. I mean, it depends. If you have really high level characters, maybe you won't need the shield or you won't need the heal, but it's always good to have a healer. When an ally is defeated, each surviving hero deals 150%. I don't want my ally to get defeated, that's why I'm not going to use this after a follow-up attack. So I don't have a follow-up team now, and that's a bummer because I could have used this one. So this is what I'm saying, like, it's by luck. So this one doesn't work on me, and we get tons of follow-up attacking, you know, cards in this stage. So maybe you gotta use a follow-up attack team, like let's say a defender, maybe armor, and then you can have Lady Bullseye and Echo, or even Spider-Man, and or also Psylocke. So those are all the 4 or 5 characters that you can use as a follow-up attack team. But again, depends if they are all, you know, maxed out, leveled up. For me, they're not at the moment. That's why I'm just using this team. But just go with whatever you think, you know, is your best character. You're gonna get these shards so that you can use them to, you know, buy some of the skills and the buffs. So here is again by luck. I'm just gonna go, this one is the middle one. I got 60 crimson shards, 59. And then every, I think it's 2 or 3 stages, you can, you know, use those shards to buy some different, again, cards to gain more buffs. So we'll see. I'll show it to you later on about the spending shards so that you can buy additional buffs. And make sure to use them towards the end, because the more you go further, obviously everything is going to be harder and more challenging. So again, here debuffs on enemies last 10 more seconds. So I know Human Torch does debuff. If you have Storm, she does debuff all the time. This could be super useful. Even Emma Frost has a debuff skill. And then skill costing 2 or less mana. So I don't have any skill costing 2 or less that attacks. The one for Human Torch buffs himself, and there's only one for Emma Frost. So again, not pretty useful for my team. This is again what I'm saying, depends on the cards that you're getting. Heroes attack increases by 350 each critical hit they land. So I'm going to use this one, obviously. This is better than the other two, even though we had a purple one. So this is what I'm talking about. You can, every 3, I think it's 3 stages, you can use and spend these crimson shards so that you can buy an additional buff and effect for yourself. So I'm gonna skip now because for sure I'm gonna use it later on. Usually the first like a half or even a third of the campaign is not that hard, and if you have your characters leveled up, you can for sure clear the first stages. Alright, we're just gonna do back-to-back attacks. Every 3 stages, again, you're gonna get a boss to fight, and that could be, you know, a little bit challenging. But then again, depends on your team and the buffs that you get. Everything comes up over here. It shows itself. and could help you out. Alright, so Human Torch is in a bad position. Probably I need some healing cards. And I hope I'll get one, you know, after this. Why is he only attacking my Human Torch? Let's taunt him, maybe this could help. Nope. He just loves to attack this part. So it's something you need to consider. Damn. Alright, I'm not gonna use these because we're done. I just took a big hit again, but anyway. So now here we have a legendary card to get the buffs after follow-up attack. Again, it's not good for my team. I suggest to build a team around a follow-up attacks like characters. That could help you out a lot because we're gonna get a lot of this over here. Heroes gain 20 ultimate energy after every basic attack. This is great so they can do the ult back to back. And then the summons are also really good because they could also give you additional buffs. I don't like this one. There's another one that I like more. If I get it, I'm gonna show it to you because the other one also attacks the enemy and it kind of like works as a shield for you. So I'm gonna use this one for now, even though there was the legendary for the follow-up attack, which was not useful for me. So you can either recover, revive, or I'm gonna do a random favor, so skills costing 2 or less, which is not useful for me. I could have done like recover, but I have Emma Frost to recover Human Torch, so I didn't use it now. Now let's do the next stage. Well, again, obviously you want to do the same thing back to back. And hopefully with the additional cards and buffs that you get, all your characters gain more power so that you can clear the stage faster, as you've seen over here. Now, follow-up attack. Again, see, this is another follow-up attack card. So this happened to me before, like recording this video when I was doing a test run. So basically, I guess it's best to do a follow-up attack team. But again, without that team, like this one that I have now, we're still gonna clear the stage. Instead of battle, heroes take 50% of their current HP as damage. Nope, all heroes attack and defense increase by amount of equal to 12 times. So this is the best out of the others. They've taken during this campaign up to 1200. So obviously it's going to increase when you go further to the last stages. Now, randomly lose a rare favor and randomly obtain an epic favor. Maybe I do have a rare favor to lose, but I'm just gonna get one random one. When an ally is defeated, I don't want that. I don't like any cards that say when an ally is defeated because you want to have a perfect win, obviously. But yeah, that could be also useful since you can revive them later on. Alright, let's do the same thing again. I do want to heal. And then probably done. Nope. But it's fine. Because they were not affected with Emma Frost ult. That's why it wasn't a one-shot. Okay, when a debuffed enemy is defeated, all heroes recover. This is good. For each allied unit on the field, increase the damage of all allied units by 15%. So that's great. A hero's follow-up attack. I don't have the follow-up team. I'm just gonna go with this to get the full buff for all of my characters. And then again here, so this is like the 6th stage. Another boss is coming, so you want to consider gaining something over here. Because the max is 300, and then you're gonna get more shards later on so that you'll have another chance to get a new card. So let's see what we have. All heroes recover, so sustainability. After a hero uses an ultimate move, all their 2 heroes gain 30% ultimate energy. I'm gonna get this one for now so that I can do the ultimate move back to back. And then, so this is the second boss, and then we're gonna, I think it's the 6th turn, yeah, round 6, and then you're gonna do another one like another boss in the end, obviously. So let's just do all our attacks. So you either go for attack and higher damage, or also like endurance, so that you get shield or heals, you know, something like that, so that you can remain more in the battle. And something for this character, like this boss, when he attacks as you've seen, like the whole team with a laser, something like this, right? So you want to dash or move with your defender over there so that he attacks you and does the laser thing on the other side, so that your remaining other two characters would be safe over here. So he's gonna do the laser one again that I'm gonna show, and then you can taunt, obviously. So if he does the laser thing again, let's just wait and see before I kill him. So he attacked over there, and then the laser thing is over there on the other side. So your other two characters are pretty safe at this side, right? That's something good to consider as well, so that you can just survive this stage. And then we're almost done. I'm just gonna use everything. Let's do a small heal and done. All right, let's move to the next one. So again, what do we have? When HP falls below 50%, heroes recover 100% of their max HP up to 2 times. This is great. Each hero has 1 chance to revive. This is really good too. Heroes with shields, like Sentry, my defender, deals 100% of their attack as damage per second to nearby enemies. So these two are great. I'm gonna use this one again. I'm gonna do attack because I think I have enough HP, and all heroes recover. I'm just gonna do a favor. It's not like I'm losing because of not having HP, enough HP. That's why I'm just gonna increase my attack for now, and then we'll see how it goes. Alright, same thing. You're gonna repeat everything you know with the battle, obviously, so that you can clear the stage as soon as possible. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Insane amount of damage with Human Torch. Why did I do that before doing the alt? Let's do Human Torch again. Nice. We're gonna heal. So I'm doing ultimate skill back to back. See how good some of the buffs are. They could help you a lot. This is the 3rd time I'm doing Human Torch's ultimate skill, you know, back to back. Alright, I think this was the 7th. Now we'll go to the 8th stage. Every 10 seconds, the next skill used by each hero costs 0 mana. This is great. After using an ultimate move, heroes recover 1 mana. Each enemy defeated during this campaign increases heroes' attack by 100 up to 3000. I'm gonna go with this one. I know this is also great because I'm doing back-to-back ultimate move, and then I'll get 1 mana recovered, but I didn't feel the need to, you know, recover mana. So let's do this. Crimson Shards, next stage. I think it's round 8. Yes, and then after this will be the last one. Alright. I got something over here. That was like almost 400k damage with Human Torch. Insane. After using an ultimate move, heroes recover 1 mana. When a debuffed enemy is defeated, all heroes recover. Okay, you're not going to use this because we're at the last stage and it's just 1 boss left. So this isn't useful. Ultimate energy gain efficiency increases by 100% at the start of the battleground, so all heroes 100% ultimate energy. I'm going to use this one because I need to attack as many times as I can. Alright, so this is the last stage. Again, as you can see, you can only buy 1, so you have 300. You have like more than 300 actually. So it's okay to use the Crimson Shards in the previous stage as I did myself. Okay, these two were there. When an enemy receives a debuff, all allies' attack increases for 10 seconds. That's great. All skill consumes an additional 2 mana. Why? During combat, every 5 seconds gain an extra mana. When hero uses skill costing 3 or more, they gain ultimate at the start of the battle. Summons 1 hatred near each hero that can be attacked by heroes. When they will summon 1 shooter. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one when an enemy receives a debuff, because I'm gonna debuff the enemy with my Human Torch, obviously, and then also with Emma Frost. Okay, this is going to be a little tough. I'll try to talk less so that I can focus more on the battle over here. If I had some of the, what do you call it, like some bots or summonings that could kind of support me, that would be really good, but I don't, so just try our best. These bots are super annoying because they deal lots of damage. Alright. No. Thank you, Human Torch. Damn, like Human Torch is just insane. Okay, let's debuff. More attack. Wow, 84,000. Come on. We're almost there. Debuff. All out attack. That's it, 1600. Human Torch. Nice. Insane amount of damage from Human Torch. Come on, I need the ult of Human Torch so that we can finish this. Boom. He's just insane. Like, Human Torch does everything. One of the best characters in the game. And we're done. That's it. The Crimson campaign, perfect win. 9 out of 9, and I'm not even maxed out. You can see my levels over here, all the favors, and these are the rewards that you can gain with using the Ore Power, as I mentioned. Alright, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or any thoughts on this matter, and I'll try to help as much as I can. Till next time, have fun and stay tuned.